Hesed House. If her walls could talk, what stories would she tell? She may not look like much to some, but to as many as 400 souls a night, she is a light in the storm. She represents the best of us. She is faith, love, and human kindness in action. Homelessness is no joke. It affects those experiencing it to the core, especially a child.
Well, it started with our financial problems. Then we lost where we were living, so we ended up going from place to place.
Aman, along with his brothers Amari and Amaru, became homeless when their mother, Tina, lost her job.
I felt like an outcast in a sense because I was pretty sure that everyone else in school had somewhere to stay, but me, on the other hand, I was sleeping in a car with my two brothers and mom. I didn't like opening up to people too much because I had the secret and I didn't want to be judged.
Well, being in that situation just kind of sucked it up. I knew that in time things would get better.
During the time while we were homeless, I didn't look for a handout. I just needed a hand, and that's what I received when I went to Hesed House. While we were in the Hesed House program, I actually learned that there are people who are willing to help without getting anything in return.
Every morning when I drive into work, it's a ritual for me, but I stop and I just thank God for my family, for my health, just for all the great things that have happened to me over the course of the years. And I do that because I'm very mindful of where I'm heading. I'm heading to a place where there's a lot of our neighbors in our community that have experienced a lot of challenge over the course of the years. And in many cases, they've lost hope, and they need others who are able to come alongside them and encourage them. And one thing that I'm always mindful of is that, we're not just healing an individual. We're not even just healing a family. We're really healing a community. And it all takes place at the place called Hesed House.
To me, working at Hesed House is an opportunity to live out the Gospels. It's an opportunity to walk side by side with some members of our community who are struggling and help them to find their way to a better day.
When we tell people that we have a room for them, it is just such a relief that we have a place for them, a place that's safe for them to bring their children to.
Homeless people, I think, are some of the most judged people of our community, and it's really about entering into their world and their brokenness with them and being there to give them hope.
There's this guy, let's call him Tony. He is a veteran, good guy, really struggling with alcoholism for a long, long time. And this is one of those things where, I'm glad that we're a low threshold shelter because Tony didn't freeze to death when he was really struggling. And one of our things that we have here is a veteran support group. And through that group, they were able to be there when he was ready. And before his addiction could take hold of him again, they accompanied him through the night and through getting him into the services that he needed to pick up his life again. And I feel like a lot of times what people suffer through maybe isn't the worst thing, but feeling like you're suffering through something alone without anybody is oftentimes maybe even worse.
Because of donations, we were able to take the Dream Big Girls Club girls on a school shopping trip this year. Something most girls do every single year, go school shopping, but something these girls most of them have never had the opportunity to do. It was a wonderful day, and I'd like to read a couple of the letters of thank you from the girls. Thank you so much for the donation. Because of it, I was able to buy brand new clothes, and I can't say how grateful I am. I had a hard time controlling my emotions of how happy I was. I got to get so many things I would have never been able to get, and this is something I will forever be grateful for. thank you from the bottom of my heart. A huge thank you to you. With the money you gave me, I know I won't be bullied in school. It was a huge surprise when Gina told us we had money to spend on clothes and shoes. I got 2 new pairs of shoes, a jacket, new shirts, and a pair of pants. It was a fun day. I owe you all my thanks. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I get up in the morning to volunteer because it makes me feel good. The days that I'm not here, when I go away, when I'm away for a week or something, I'm thinking about the people at Hesed and missing that. They touch your heart.
I think there's a lot of moments that I could describe as being the moment that made it worth it. And anytime a family moves out of Hesed House into their own housing is one of those moments.
Once the guests leave here and they get a job, I get subsequent emails of thank yous, and more thank yous. I get phone messages that go on for minutes and minutes and minutes, and that they're basically saying thank you and thank you. I'm sorry. But those things go back to the donors and go back to the volunteers, and I think of that all the time. Because if it weren't for the donors and if it weren't for the volunteers, those guests that are thanking me and the other case managers consistently would never even have been able to say thank you. So from my heart and from every single one of those guests' heart, we want to say thank you for all that you do. Without you, nothing here at Hesed House is possible.
I think it's important for the public to realize that $1,188, those are funds that are not provided through government grants. $1,188 is the average of what we need to raise to get one person out of homelessness here. And most donors, volunteers, people within the community realize that that $1,188 is attainable.
I am overwhelmed to be able to walk into my home every day, close a door, and this is what we call home. So Hesed House gave us a sense of peace while we were there, and then still allowed for us to have the help we needed once we were in our own home. So for that, I am truly grateful for having the experience of not only being homeless, but also being what they call a success story.
Hesed House provides a sense of community.
It's people helping people.
Hesed House is family.
It's a sense of calm and a sense of peace.
Hesed House is a path to a better place.
Hesed House is what gives children and families hope.
Hesed House is you.
And Hesed House is me.
Together, we can all make a difference.
By donating to the Hesed House, you make happiness possible.